Silver Linings Playbook by Matthew Quick. The story of Pat, a 34-year-old man who comes out of a mental institution because he has bipolar disorder, and he goes home with a new attitude in life. He's going to find the silver linings of everything. Everything is part of his own story. It's going to be a great story. So Pat is married, but he hasn't seen his wife since he's been in the mental institution. So his idea is he's going to get in shape, he's going to read a lot of books, and he's going to impress her, and then they're going to live together and live happily ever after. That's his mindset. But his wife has this restraining order against him because of certain events, and so he can't talk to her. But he still has it in his head that this is the resistance that comes in great love stories before the happy couple is finally reunited. So he talks to a girl named Tiffany who knows his wife, and Tiffany works as the go-between them. However, as you read the book, you realize that Tiffany likes Pat. Also, his family is really dysfunctional. Everything revolves around the Philadelphia Eagles. And when they lose, fights break out, and his dad is not pleasant to him, to his mom, and it's kind of sad to see that the happiness in the home depends on how well the Eagles are doing. A common theme in the book is that there's a lot of lying. This is part of the charm, and I think what makes this book work. It's interesting because you have this guy who's really likable. Like you read this and you just like his positivity, the way that he goes after his dreams, and his rose-colored goggles vision of the world. You like him right away, but you also know that everyone's lying to him. His mom's lying to him because she doesn't want to give him another breakdown, so she's massaging the truth. Tiffany's lying to him because she likes him. So you know all these things before he does, but it's fun to watch it play out. For those of you who've seen the movie, it is a lot different, but I really liked the movie and I really liked the book. They're similar in spirit, but the plot structure is very different. It surprised me because I watched the movie first and I really liked it, and so I wanted to read the book as a follow-up. And my favorite scene in the movie wasn't even in the book. So different and both good in their own little way. Spoiler alert, jump ahead a bit if you don't want to hear anything. But I wanted a sequel to this book because I want to see what happens between Pat and Tiffany. They hint at ending up together in the end, but everything that Tiffany says, I think, is a lie. I really don't trust anything that she said. And so I would like to see that confronted more in a sequel. Also, in the sequel that I'm picturing, the dad would get some kind of illness, maybe cancer or something, and he has to resolve his issues with his world revolving around the Eagles and everything Eagles related, and see what happens to his marriage. That I think would be interesting to see. As a side note, I identified with Pat in one aspect, in that one of the main villains of this story is Kenny G. Once that music comes on, it triggers a breakdown in Pat, and he just wants to overturn a table and put his arm through a wall. And so I thought, yeah, that sounds about right. It's a very well-written book. I loved it from beginning to the end. It's a solid 4 stars from me. So, if you have any book recommendations, leave them in the comments below.